Are we live? Is this thing on? What's going on, beautiful people? Just letting all the people know we're live on YouTube right now. If you guys got your fantasy football questions, feel free to ask them. I will gladly answer them. Appreciate you guys tuning in for the support. God bless you. God love you. We'll be live until 11 a.m. Eastern time here, and then we'll be heading over to Sleazeball's Fantasy Football channel where we'll continue to give advice. If you guys are up early, God bless you. Got to treat every game or every day like it's game day. So let's rock. Let's do this. In the meantime, before we get any questions, I am going to do some of my Drafters DFS stuff. So let me just queue up in the Sunday Splash. And we're going to rock out several lineups this morning as we answer your pressing fantasy football questions. Happy Football Sunday. How's everybody doing? Everybody having a good day? I know it's a little early and people are going to start trickling in. That's completely fine. Oh, lobotomy. Good to see you. It's a little early. We don't really do these morning streams, so we'll see how it goes. Regardless, I'm here for everybody's betting props, everybody's fantasy football advice. I'm looking to absolutely smash this week. Last week was a weird one. This week's a good one. Shout out to lobotomy. If you guys like making muscles and shooting people in your video games, keyword, make sure you guys support my boy lobotomy. Great follow, great content, and just a overall great human being. One of my favorite human beings, and I can't wait to meet you. Absolute cinema, amen, and hallelujah, hallelujah. Yeah, man, we're can't believe that it's already week 15. It's already week 15. We're into it. I mean, we already had a game. We had a Thursday night dud, and we got 15 games left this week. Can't believe it. Hey, buddy, just put in my Millie Maker. Tell me about it. What was the process? What was the thought process? Dan, I would love to have you on this show, man. I really would. What are those 3 pictures you have under Kobe? I was always curious. I love that question. All right. So my wife saw this TikTok, okay, where in the TikTok, if you put like a picture frame and just like spray a bunch of paint on it, and then put it in like a Ziploc bag and then cover the Ziploc bag with peanut butter. You let the dogs lick the peanut butter off and they make those paintings. So the one with the purple and the yellow, that's Kobe, my dog. The one in the middle there with the red, white, and blue, that's my dog Apollo Creed. And the one with the red and the yellow and the black, that's Rocky Balboa. So yeah, my dogs made those paintings, and my wife had shout out to my wife for that incredible thing. Thank you for asking. Our draft just filled, so we're gonna build a lineup. If you guys don't know, we won $1,500. We placed first place 2 weeks ago. Last week we finished 60th. We're competing against a couple thousand people, so we're always at the top here. Never the bottom. We're at the 105. So this is a unique twist on DFS, right? Instead of having a salary cap, you're actually competing against other people here on Drafters Fantasy. And when you're competing against other people here, it's redraft format. You get 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, and 1 flex. So you just got to go and learn the ADP and then get your guys, the guys that you think are absolutely going to smash. What exactly? Exactly. My dog's painted those. PPR flex, Waddle, D Hop, or Jonathan Taylor. Thanks, man. D Hop is not an option for me this week. Jonathan Taylor would give you a safe floor just based off of the usage. And I think he has some PPR advantage. I think he gets a couple of receptions today. But Waddle is your ultimate ceiling play, and I think he has a safe-ish floor. Houston gives up chunk plays for touchdowns. They don't give up a lot of volume, but they definitely give up chunk plays, which is right in the territory of what the Miami Dolphins do. And Garrett, I appreciate your question, man. Would love for you to head over to the YouTube channel, Big Draft Energy on YouTube, and support. Appreciate that. And Furman Sanchez over on X says, need one tight end, flex PPR, Hawkinson, Ertz, or Henry, Tracy, Marvin Harrison Jr., Sincere, Reed. So how many flexes do you need? Okay, so one tight end. I'm going to say Hawkinson, then Henry. And then your flex plays either Marvin Harrison Jr. or Jaden Reed. Marvin Harrison Jr. has an excellent matchup against a terrible New England Patriots secondary. And yes, I know people are going to say, what about Christian Gonzalez? It's the NFL, guys. It's the NFL. In the NFL, no player on defense will travel 100% to shadow another player because you're going to give away your coverage, your overall defensive coverage. So you're going to be susceptible in other places. Defenses don't scheme like that, right? That's why the other week when Jerry Jeudy went nuclear against his former team, the Denver Broncos, everybody's like, why isn't PS2 shadowing? Because the rest of his team's awful and they got to keep some sort of defensive integrity on what they're running. Yeah, dogs are super. That's some big brain stuff right there. Yeah, my wife is as smart as it comes. All right, so let's look at the wide receivers here. I'm very invested in that matchup. Let's look at the running backs. Joe Mixon, I have him as my RB1 this week. We're off to a great start. And I love Amon-Ra St. Brown to bounce back this week. And what my wife says, they are artistic boys. And yeah, Colby and the Cattle Dogs, that is the YouTube channel for my dogs that my wife created. Hey, Disco, I have Tyreek Hill. Shout out to Ben Smith. I have Tyreek Hill, Higgins, Mike Evans, and Jerry Jeudy. How do you think these guys perform today? Here's the issue with I think Mike Evans is going to be fine. T. Higgins is due to splash. Jerry Jeudy has a terrible weather game, and it all comes down to David Njoku, right? So Pat Fitzmaurice posted the other day that Jerry Jeudy struggles against bump coverage, and the Chiefs play top 5 bump coverage in the NFL on a weekly basis. So I would say Tyreek Hill, I love. Same reasons why I love Jalen Waddle. Splash play upside. That's where the Houston Texans are very susceptible, is a splash play upside. T. Higgins, I think he has a decent matchup. Tennessee's been giving up significant amount of fantasy points to pretty much everything over the last month. Mike Evans, he's going to get a lot of usage. We know that Baker Mayfield's going to have to air it out, and Todd Bowles wants to make this a shootout game against a team that's going to want to lull them to sleep. So hopefully Baker and co really go elite. And like Jerry Jeudy's all ceiling, no floor. It really comes down to David Njoku. If David Njoku plays, I would fire up Jerry Jeudy. If David Njoku doesn't play, Jerry Jeudy is somebody who I'm not very high on. I know the volume's there and the opportunity's there, but the weather's shit and bump coverage, he's not very good against. I hope that answers your question. They're on my drafters team. Let's go. Taylor for me, Morning Disco. Good to see you, Andrew Nordmeyer. Love you, buddy. Good to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful day, my friend. Thanks, man. Heading to YouTube now. Appreciate you, Garrett. God bless you. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Costs absolutely nothing. It helps us a heck of a ton. A heck of a lot. Would you start Bucky over Ramondre Stevenson? Here's the thing, right? I like Bucky. Hate the matchup. I think he's going to be limited. Stevenson actually has a pretty decent matchup, especially in PPR format. He has incredible upside. All right, so flex options. I do like Zach Charbonnet. PPR upside is through the roof. Let's look at quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts is still available. Tight ends. We'll take Jalen Hurts here. I wonder if people are fading AJ Brown. Are people fading AJ Brown? Is AJ Brown gone? AJ Brown might be gone. Oh no, AJ Brown's still available. Beautiful. I love Amari Cooper. I want to be as invested in that game between the Buffalo Bills and the Detroit Lions. That game's going to be a shootout. Right now, the over-under is 54.5, and I have it projected to go over that, which is absolutely insane. I also like DK Metcalf to bounce back in a way this week. And then tight end, that's probably the toughest question for Sunday. I love Terry McLaurin. I think CeeDee Lamb couldn't find the end zone. I think Mike Evans, should he get good usage, he'll be spectacular. Ladd McConkey has an excellent matchup, but coming off of the injury, I don't think I'm super bullish on him if he falls to the last round for sure. Devontae Adams, excellent matchup, great usage. It's just Jacksonville always does the weirdest things when they play against teams. So, yeah, Joe Mixon, I'm very bullish on. Zach Charbonnet has a lot of PPR upside. And yes, it's not just the 1 o'clock and the 4 o'clock games here on Drafters. It's also the Sunday night game as well, just no Monday nighters or the Thursday nighters. It's a $3.30 entry. I believe there's $10,000 in total prizes. First place gets $1,250. We've won one of these 2 weeks ago. We placed top 50 frequently, top 5 frequently, very frequently. We absolutely love these. And if you guys want to join up and do one of these with us, make sure you use promo code DISCO when you sign up on Drafters to double your initial deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. All right, let's go to our queue. And like a lot of people are going to say, well, you got to go off of ADP. I don't give a shit about ADP. Generally and personally, do not care about ADP. I have my rankings. I got the players I like. I got the studs I like. I got the matchups I like. And that's why we succeed and do well. Because I know a lot of people are fading James Cook. But if I can get James Cook in the last round of this, I'm 100% going to get James Cook in the last round of this. Breece Hall, excellent matchup. The injury is concerning, but I'm going to take the upside. If you don't swing, you don't hit. You know what I mean? I think Tony Pollard, excellent matchup. Injuries concerning. Rachaad White, I like him a lot. So yeah, James Cook, Rachaad White, these are guys we could stagger later on. We're taking, notes for the next drafts that we're going to do. PPR, Jordan Addison versus Chicago or Jakobi Meyers versus Atlanta. I don't listen, Atlanta's given up the most red zone targets in the last 2 weeks. They've given up the most red zone targets to opposing wide receivers in the last month. They've given up the most receiving touchdowns in the last 2 weeks in the last month and pretty much the entire season. But Desmond Ridder, don't love Desmond Ridder. It's an excellent matchup for Jakobi Meyers. One of the best matchups across the board if you guys follow us on X. Jordan Addison has a great matchup, especially because last time he played the Bears, he let them up. And if we see any trends with the Chicago Bears, and maybe there's some self-scouting, but I highly doubt it. If we see any trends with the Chicago Bears, the wide receivers twos always eat against the Chicago Bears. Always. The wide receiver twos always have a day against the Chicago Bears. With that being said, Jordan Addison's clearly the wide receiver two. Justin Jefferson is the number one. I think Jordan Addison has great upside, and I do trust the quarterback play a little bit more. So I would lean Jordan Addison over Jakobi Meyers, despite the fact that Jakobi Meyers has one of the best matchups in football. Good luck. Been hammering Brown in all drafts this week. This is my first drafters draft this week. I like to get all the information out of the way, all the research out of the way to really trust and love the matchups. And then on Sundays before kickoff, this is where I get all my lineups in. So appreciate you. Shout out to NFL DFS picks, guys. This guy, for some reason, he puts out these 12, 15, 30 leg parlays and they fucking smash. So make sure you guys are following him on YouTube. Make sure you guys are following him on X. This guy's absolutely incredible. He's brilliant. He's a regular on our Saturday shows, but life's been hella busy for him, and I'm happy for him. So last pick overall here. I got some great options. I need one more wide receiver, and I need a flex. So I'm going to invest in Amari Cooper. And I'm going to invest in... do I want to invest in two guys from the same team? Decisions. I'm going to take James Cook. I think James Cook is absolutely going to smash. Sleaze and I had a bet last night during our Saturday show where I said James Cook is going to go for 1 to 2 touchdowns and over 100 yards, 10 gifteds on the line. So that's the first draft. That's out of the way. We're going to queue up in another one, guys. Once again, if you guys want to draft with us, feel free to use promo code DISCO to double your initial deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. Friendly reminder to be joined. No, I don't want the best ball warm up. Okay, join. All right, 3 more. All right. Andrew asks, PPR tight end, Grant Caltera from Philadelphia, who we called for an anytime touchdown last week. Absolute smash. Chig Okonkwo, who has one of the best matchups in football this week against the Cincinnati Bengals. Brenton Strange because Evan Ingram's out, and Michael Mayer, Las Vegas. Michael Mayer is not an option for me. I mean, Brock Bowers, I'm not very high on this week, so shows how I feel about Michael Mayer. I mean, Michael Mayer would be good for like a DFS slate as a tertiary play. Strange, he should get a lot of volume and a lot of usage. The only issue is the person throwing him the football is somebody I really don't trust, which is Mac Jones as a Patriots fan, and him being a former Patriot. Can't stand Mac Jones. Chig Okonkwo, one of the best matchups in football, but I don't trust Will Levis with a full shoulder, let alone half a shoulder. So I'm out on Chig. I do think Tyler Boyd in the Callahan revenge game against Cincinnati is very enticing, but the weather's also shit in Tennessee. Shout out to Mr. First Down Picks or Mr. First Down for that information. So I think Grant Calcaterra is your safest bet. If we're talking about targets, if we're talking about receptions, the last 2 weeks in the last month, a lot of opportunity has gone to the tight end position against the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's a top 3 matchup if we're just looking at what's happened over the last month. I'll get the exact numbers right here. I got to pull up my charts. All right, so tight ends. Last 4 weeks, they've given up 16.95 fantasy points on average. That's the Pittsburgh Steelers. If we're talking about receptions, they've given up the second most over the last month at 30 receptions. So 30 divided by 4. My mathing, but yeah. 7.5. Okay. Receiving yards, they've given up the third most at 316. Yes, David Njoku is a big chunk of that, but any tight end really does find success against them, especially if we're looking at the last month. If we're looking at the last 2 weeks, they've given up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They've given up the 8th most receiving yards, over 72.5 receiving yards per game to opposing tight ends. If we're talking about receptions, they've given up the most receptions to opposing tight ends over the last 2 weeks. That's 19. I mean, like, I could be wrong. 100% I could be wrong. It happens. But if I'm following the numbers, Grant Calcaterra has the best matchup with the best quarterback that's healthy. Watching on YouTube, just had to do the question on X, but at PPR tight end, Hawkinson, Kraft, or Ferguson, thanks again. I think Hawkinson has a smash matchup and is a smash play. I think Kraft has a smash matchup and is a smash play. I think Ferguson has the clearest, best matchup and the most utilization that we can expect. I'm leaning Ferguson here, but they're all really good options and they all should smash. I just like Ferguson with the most, like, there's the clearest indication to usage with Ferguson and the highest upside for a touchdown. I love Jake Ferguson for an anytime touchdown this week. If we're looking at what Carolina gives up, they give up the most production when it comes to receiving touchdowns on the entire season to opposing tight ends. They give up the most average usage and fantasy points to the opposing tight ends PPR format. Last 4 weeks, it's also been like that. They've top 5 advantageous matchup. Last 2 weeks, I mean, Grant Calcaterra fucking tore them apart. Had over 3 receptions and a receiving touchdown. Jake Ferguson is a good option down there, and I really do like Jake Ferguson this week. Good luck. Oh, we're at the 101. Let's go. Ja'Marr Chase, no matter what. If you guys know me, you guys know that I am like last year, it was Ja'Marr Chase no matter what. It was 100% Ja'Marr Chase no matter what. This year, it was Ja'Marr Chase no matter what, especially in best ball. If anybody knows me, knows that Ja'Marr Chase no matter what is my motto. I created it. I invented it. As a content creator, it goes hand in hand. Hand in hand. I mean, so does Zamir White this year and Sam Laporta last year. Sometimes we hit, sometimes we miss. Ja'Marr Chase is one of my greatest hits this year. Last year, I was drafting him everywhere at the 101, and he shot the bed. It's just a terrible situation. This year, did it again, and it's paying dividends, especially in best ball and redraft. Thanks, Disco, trying to hammer down my Scott Fishbowl lineup to make the jump from top 500 to top 250 and hit the semifinals. You got this, brother. You got this. You're such a sharp fantasy football mind and just a good person overall. Hey, Disco, Lad McConkey or Tracy today. Thanks. Best of luck this playoffs. I mean, here's Tracy, right? Other than keep down. Dang. One sec. We'll take Jahmyr Gibbs. We'll invest in Jahmyr Gibbs. I know Devon Achane screaming at me. I don't love him this week. I think he's got a safe floor with his receiving upside, but I want guys who have absolute smash matchups, and I want to play the totals game, and I want to get as much Detroit, Buffalo as I possibly can. I would definitely be getting Josh Allen here if he was available, but he went at the 102, rightfully so. He's got such a high ceiling. So I think Ladd McConkey has a great matchup. He's going to have great usage. He's going to be spectacular. He's healthy and good to go. Tracy has one of the worst matchups in football. So other than his receptions upside, he's going to be absolutely useless. The differential right now between or last I checked, between Buffalo and New York, the Giants, is 16.5 points, which is the biggest differential we've seen all season. I have a saying, right? Every team this year has been good at some point except for the New York Giants. The New York Giants are the worst. Like football teams in the NFL, these guys get paid to play good football, not the New York Giants. These guys get paid just to steal money. Like it's bad. It's so bad there. I do think Malik Neighbors has an excellent matchup, and based off of the matchup and the utilization that wide receivers get, I would play Malik Neighbors. And I know that's not part of your question, but Tracy's a must sit for me this week. Like even against teams that are horrible against the run the last couple of weeks, he hasn't surpassed 45 yards. So Tracy's somebody I'm fading heavily. And if Ladd McConkey's your other option, I would definitely lean that way. Matthew Podgorski says, have PPR pick 2, Bucky, Pacheco, James Cook, Dell Swift. I'm going James Cook. And I do like Pacheco's touchdown upside. Swift, I'm avoiding at all costs. Running backs, wide receivers, Tyreek Hill. Tight ends, we'll take Trey McBride. Trey McBride is, I know every week, every content creator says Trey McBride's, this is the week. I haven't said it, but this is the week Trey McBride finds the end zone. He's my tight end 1 on the week. So I'm glad I got my tight end 1 in this lineup. I'm very happy with the way this draft is going right now. We got Jamar Chase, who, even though it's not the best matchup over the last month, though, Tennessee has been giving up a significant amount of points, and it's always Jamar Chase no matter what, right? If he's available, we're taking him. Amon-Ra St. Brown, I think he's going to bounce back in such a way because the Bills do struggle against wideouts, not necessarily the slot. Jahmyr Gibbs, I think he's going to be absolutely spectacular, especially if the Bills decide to nickel them. I like the over on his rushing yards as well. I believe it's at like 67.5. Love that. Tyreek Hill, once again, like we alluded to with Jalen Waddle, it's not going to be a volume play. It's going to be a chunk plays to the end zone, and Houston gives that up unless their entire bye week fix that situation. I'm very bullish on Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle this week, and Trey McBride has one of the best matchups in football. Patriots are terrible against the tight end, especially in the red zone. So I love Trey McBride for anytime touchdown, and it's plus money currently. James Cook and Dell. Bucky, it's not a great matchup. The Chargers' run defense is spectacular. Yes, he's a very explosive and excellent player, but I mean, he's one of those guys where it's like, if he's hurt and he's limited, it's going to hurt you. And if he plays at full capacity, he's going to be spectacular. So it's James Cook and Bucky or James Cook and Dell. Pick and choose. If you need the ceiling play, go with Bucky. If you need the safe floor, I think Dell gives you a safe floor this week because we'll go Jalen Hurts and James Conner. I like James Conner as well this week. And hopefully we could get A.J. Brown in the last round here or even James Cook. Just James Cook gone? Yeah, James Cook is gone. All right. Rachaad White, we'll queue him up. Breece Hall will queue him up. Jonathan Taylor, because you never know when he's going to be absolutely spectacular. A.J. Brown's definitely still available, so getting a stack there would be nice. And if A.J. Brown doesn't pan out, then I'm invested in DK Metcalf this week. Hopefully that answers your question. If you need the ultimate ceiling play, if you're playing behind, say you had Cooper Kupp, I would go with Bucky because he could break fantasy football and James Cook. And then I also like Tank Dell this week because Miami's very weak against the slot position and the tight end. And I'd rather bet on a guy who I like, which is Tank Dell, other than Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz is very unpredictable. Hot Take City says, morning, brother. Have a great day. You and everyone else here. Shout out to Hot Take City, one of the best follows on X and one of the best humans I know. Stick around, man. Stick around. Is it because New England is that bad against the tight end? And New England is just bad against everything. New England is so bad. New England is absolutely horrible. So if we're looking at against the tight end over the last month, New England has given up. Hold on. Red zone touches. So over the last 4 weeks, okay, just red zone touches, not targets alone, but red zone touches. It's the most advantageous matchup on the week. They've allowed 3 touches to opposing tight ends over the last 4 weeks. So, and they've had a bye. So that's the last 3 weeks. Very advantageous there. All right. AJ Brown's available. Oh, fuck, he's gone. Rachaad White, DK. We'll go Rachaad White here. I like he's electric down the stretch. You can't deny it. Down the stretch last year, he was a league winner. Down the stretch this year, he's been absolutely spectacular. Once again, I hate the matchup. Love what he does. Like, he's been borderline matchup proof. So we're gonna queue up for another one of these, and we're gonna keep rocking these questions. Appreciate you guys. All right, just joined another. Discord is going insane. All right, Devin says, hi, Disco. Hi, everybody. What's up, Devin? Hope you're having a wonderful day, buddy. How you doing? And at 11 a.m. Eastern time, guys, we'll be still answering all of your fantasy football questions. I see we have 139 viewers right now, 12 on the YouTube side, 127 on X. If you guys want to support me and really help me out, all you got to do is head over to YouTube, type in Big Draft Energy. If you don't have an account, it costs nothing. It's like 60 seconds to create a YouTube account in order to subscribe. All you got to do is hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. We will be heading over to Sleazeball's channel at 11 a.m. Eastern time, where we'll continue to give fantasy football advice and continue to talk to you guys and just chop it up with you folks. But I do appreciate you guys coming out so early. I love you, fantasy football degenerates. And please, if you are watching on X, hop on over to the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel. Would really, 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 really make my day. Appreciate you guys. Good. Thanks. Just working, my man. Good to see you, brother. How are you doing? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I woke up at 6 this morning, got my McDonald's chicken McMuffin sandwiches. It's like it's a ritual that I have here on game day. I love the chicken McMuffin breakfast sandwiches. I don't know if you guys have that in the state. It's definitely a Canadian thing. Morning, Willie. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful day, man. Love you. God bless you. Willie's one of my favorite human beings. Dom asks, shout out to Jack Lucene, one of the best people and fantasy football minds in the industry. Love him to pieces. He says, Anthony Richardson or Jameis? I'm going to go with Anthony Richardson. It's a terrible weather game for Jameis, and I don't love Jerry Jeudy this week. It all comes down to David Njoku. If David Njoku plays, I would go Jameis. If David Njoku doesn't play, I would go A-Rich just for the rushing upside. And the wide receivers twos tend to absolutely eat against the Denver Broncos. Maybe, he learned how to throw with better mechanics during the bye week. Who knows? But rushing upside, Anthony Richardson, he's the ceiling play. Jameis Winston, I'm only starting him if David Njoku is playing. You would be a chicken McMuffin guy only on game. What up, Disco? My guy, good to see you, Dre. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Let's make our first pick here. Jamar Chase went at the 1-on-1. All right, we're gonna take Josh Allen. I know you shouldn't take a quarterback in the first round, but we're not gonna get Josh Allen past the first round. We need to get Josh Allen. The ceiling play, I want to invest in his ceiling play. So this is going to be the one lineup where I invest in Josh Allen in the first round. I'm going to then try to get a lot of Jared Goff in the later rounds. I wonder where Jared Goff goes. We'll see. All right. Dom asks, Jack Lucene from the Worst Sports Channel, really is a great sports channel, says BTJ, Jerry Jeudy, Amari Cooper, DK Metcalf start 2. Not starting BTJ, not starting Jerry Jeudy. Pat Fitzmaurice posted that Jerry Jeudy struggles against bump coverage, and Kansas City plays a heck of a lot of bump coverage. The weather's absolutely terrible there. Just don't love the upside, don't love the ceiling. Sure, Jameis is going to give him a lot of targets. I'm not bullish on Jerry Jeudy this week as I have been in the past. BTJ has been spectacular in the second half of games, but his ceiling is 16 fantasy points. If we're talking about Amari Cooper, you got to play the totals. Games totals 54.5. He had a season high 14 targets last week. He had his Buffalo season high. He was absolutely spectacular, and the the Lions secondary is terrible against wideouts. Amari Cooper is primed for a nuclear game. I think he's going to go nuclear. I liked him to go nuclear last week. Everything was there. He had a great fantasy outing, but it wasn't nuclear. Tonight he goes nuclear. And I love DK Metcalf this week. I really do like DK Metcalf a lot, simply because the wide receiver 2, and now it's weird to say he's the wide receiver 2 in Seattle. The wide receiver 2 absolutely eats against Green Bay. So I like DK Metcalf to bounce back in an incredible way. So I like Amari Cooper and DK Metcalf. Judy, one of those situations where it's like everything is saying don't play him. He could smash. Honestly, he could smash. But everything in my heart's just telling me not to play him. All right, we took Joe Mixon. He's my RB1 on the week. And then we're going to try to get, Jahmyr Gibbs or Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm going to go Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs, even though Amon-Ra has a great matchup, Jahmyr Gibbs has a better matchup. Do you guys think that, Buffalo is going to stop playing their nickel defense against one of the best run offenses in the league? I don't know. I've done it a couple times in the splash. Josh Allen, Trey McBride, stacks all the. Yeah, I love Trey McBride this week, man. I'm gonna definitely try to get him. The wide receiver value later on. This is my third draft. The wide receiver value is absolutely incredible. So I'm okay trying to snag Trey McBride here if he falls to me, because I just like the wide receiver value. There's a lot of guys who are being faded because they've had bad matchups and bad performances. I'm just playing the game. Oh, Trey McBride goes right before me. Fuck. We'll go Travis Kelce here. We're good at tight end. We're good at quarterback. I think we're fine at running back. So we're just gonna get weird. We're gonna get our guys here. AJ Brown, DK Metcalf, Amari Cooper, Tank Dell, or Jalen Waddle. And that's our queue. That's who we're going to ride with. I think some of these guys are going to fall to us, and we're going to just go 4 wideouts to finish this off, because I love the floor. Love the floor we currently have at running back. I think Travis Kelce has one of the better matchups in football this week. Obviously, the weather sucks, but if anybody's able to cut the wind in the shit weather, it's Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. So I'm gonna ride with Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. McB, got to get Mc. I tried, man. He went right before me. Holy shit. Flex Tracy or Amari. I'm going Amari Cooper. Tracy's a must sit for me. Thank you, Nihal Najar. Half PPR Flex 1. London Neighbors Dowdle. Dowdle's going to give you a lot of rushing yards, but I don't like him for a touchdown. Drake London's seen the second most percentage of team targets over the last month. This is one of the most advantageous matchups for a wide receiver one. I'm going Drake London. I think Drake London is going to be an absolute smash play. He's a must start for me this week. But Keon is coming back. Don't you think his targets will lower significantly? I'm not worried about that. I think Keon still needs to get worked in and get utilized, but it's going to be the Amari Cooper show. Is Kincaid's back as well, but I mean, Brian Branch is one of the best nickels / cover safeties in the league. I'm not starting anybody against him. I mean, yeah. All I know is Disco is a GOAT. Great information, great content. I appreciate you, man. We are not the GOAT, but we give a very, very significant effort. We try to give a perfect effort because we know how important it is to win. Ooh, I might invest in James Cook as my third pick here. But I got to get the Amari Cooper stack here. I'm so bullish on Amari Cooper. I think he's going to go absolutely nuclear. McB, got to get. I tried. Bills are not going to go away from the nickel. That's why I invested in Jahmyr Gibbs in the second round there, because it's such an excellent matchup for him on the ground. Lions are going to run the ball all day long with the size advantage they will have for sure. Hello, darkness, my own friend. Q's on the snipe of McBride. Yeah, man. Hey, man. It happens. Thielen, DK, DJ Moore, Ridley, pick 2. Not Ridley. I love Thielen this week, so it really is a toss-up between DJ Moore and DK. I'm betting on DK because it's the wide receiver twos that do well against Minnesota, and DJ Moore has been getting the wide receiver one treatment. So DK is also in a matchup against Green Bay where the wide receiver twos get a better matchup against Green Bay, and they do better against Green Bay. And I mean, who would have thought week 15, early on that DK would be the wide receiver two and everybody would be absolutely fading him. So I'm going to invest here in DK, Thielen and DK. I think Thielen's going to absolutely smash this week, man. And Ridley, great matchup, but Will Levis half a shoulder. I mean, sure he could splash, but I mean Tyler Boyd, Callahan revenge game narrative. I'm invested there. Tight end Jonnu Smith or Tucker Kraft. Both of them have great matchups. Tucker Kraft's been getting great usage, especially in the check down game. Jonnu Smith can have some great usage, especially volume. If we're talking about touchdown equity, I'm leaning Tucker Kraft for touchdown equity, but you're good either way. My personal preference is to ride with Tucker Kraft. Jonnu Smith is so volatile. We'll take James Cook. I love what we did with this draft. Willie, you were in here with me. Good to see you at the 103. So we go Josh Allen, who is QB2 for me on the week. Jane Daniels is QB1. Joe Mixon, I go again on my own, Jahmyr Gibbs. AJ Brown, who I think is going to smash. Last time the Eagles and the Steelers played at the Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, AJ Brown went for almost 200 receiving yards, 2 or 3 receiving touchdowns in 2022. Somebody fact checked me on that. Jalen Hurts was absolutely spectacular. Am I basing my assessment and assumption on that? I am a bit of a historian of the game. Maybe a small portion of that has me very bullish on AJ Brown, but I mean, squeaky wheel, gets the attention, gets the ball. So DK Metcalf, I'm invested in him bouncing back. Amari Cooper, 14 targets last week in a pretty decent matchup. I anticipate he's going to get similar usage this week, but it's going to translate into more receptions and more fantasy production because this is one of the best matchups in football. Travis Kelce, great matchup. I think he's going to get relied upon and called upon against a team that struggled against the tight ends in very shitty weather conditions. And James Cook, I'm betting on him to bounce back. Just playing the points total here. So I like this lineup. I love the potential of that lineup, honestly. All right. We'll queue up for another. We're just going to keep doing these splashes and keep answering your questions, guys. Appreciate you guys rocking with me. Dylan Fink says, full PPR, lost K9 this week, need one running back, one flex, one tight end out of the below RBs. Bucky Irving, Jaleel McLaughlin, Braylon Allen, Spears, Bucky Irving. Jaleel McLaughlin, he has one of the best matchups in football, if not the best matchup in football this week, but so did 2 other of his teammates. This could be the Audric Estime, game. It could be the Javonte Williams game. It's too volatile. Even though it's a great matchup, you have a 33% likelihood to succeed. And if it's your fantasy football playoffs, got to give you a safe floor with a high ceiling. Bucky Irving. Wide receivers, JMO, Devonta Smith. I'm gonna go Devonta. No, I'm not gonna go Devonta. And I don't like any of your other running backs to really flex, especially with Breece being back. I would flex Braylon Allen. I think he has touchdown equity and usage. If not him, then JMO. One tight end, Ertz, Schultz, Mayer, Muth. I'm going to go Muth. Muth is going to get a lot of usage with Pickens being out and a lot of volume. It could be any of those other guys, but Muth has, the numbers are indicating that you got to go Muth. All right, NFL DFS picks is probably going to says it's probably going to rotate with Matt Collins. Yeah, I don't doubt it. I mean, we sarcastically said, is this going to be the Matt Collins legacy game? He found the end zone. Very unfortunate. Remember, everyone, there are 2 games on Monday Night Football this week: Chicago, Minnesota, and Atlanta and Las Vegas. Absolutely, sir. Would I be in state to start Zach Charbonnet over JT? No. It's one of the best matchups in football. If we're looking at over the last week or last 2 weeks, right? Green Bay has given up the most fantasy points to opposing running backs. And it's not just the work on the ground, it's the receptions, right? They've given up 23 receptions over the last 2 weeks, which is by far the most. And Zach Charbonnet was absolutely spectacular in the receptions and receiving game. I love him. I love him a lot. Red zone touches. Green Bay's given up the most red zone touches over the last 2 weeks to opposing running backs, the second at 11 touches. The last most was or the second most is New England. They gave up 10. They also gave up the second most red zone receiving targets to opposing running backs. Like across the board, this is a spectacular. Like I'm not basing my assessment based off of what happened last week. I'm looking at the matchup and then also factoring what happened last week. So good luck, Andre. You're going to absolutely smash, buddy. Do you think Tracy has a safe floor and will get me at least 10 half PPR points? He has 10 targets. No, I don't think so. Respectfully, I don't think so. I'm not betting on it. I mean, is it plausible? Sure, but I'm not betting on him. The matchups is not good. It's not good. Sorry. I have Buffalo big stack except with McBride. Ooh, I like it. I like it. We're gonna sprinkle in some Saquon. I like him for an anytime touchdown. The only other team that's given up more touchdowns over the last month is the San Francisco 49ers to opposing running backs. Love that team, Disco. Metcalf is going to have a game tonight. I believe it. I believe it with my entire heart and my entire soul. I'm invested. Who do you think is more likely to get into the end zone? Shakir or Amari? I'm not starting slot backs against Detroit or tight ends. QB, Burrow or Daniels? I mean, you can't go wrong with either one. You just mentioned you have Daniels as QB1 this week. Yeah, I do. So I'm going Jaden Daniels for the rushing upside. Even though Joe Burrow has a good matchup on the ground, technically for him, it's not necessarily his game. If we're talking about who do I think is going to run for 1 or 2 rushing touchdowns in their matchups, it's Jaden Daniels. His ceiling is so high this week. It's so high this week. And I love Terry McLaurin too. Wow, Josh Allen at the second round. Heck yeah. I'm here's the thing. I'm going to start queuing up in different ones because Willie keeps showing up in my drafts and keeps sniping me. And as much as I love drafting in the community, I also love winning. Eagles won 35-13 that day. Yes, sir. AJ Brown went for 10 receptions, but on October 30th, 2022, AJ Brown went for 6 receptions, 156 receiving yards, 3 touchdowns. God, I'm good. Trey McBride, oh, fuck. See? Yeah. I can't with Willie. I can't. I got to queue up in a different tournament after this one. He just keeps sniping. I want to Trey McBride so bad there. Eagles won 35-13 that day. Yeah, man. I'm a historian of the game, not just a pretty face. The man, the Muth, the legend. Hey, look up the GIF for Muth on Twitter, on X. I feel so bad for that poor little duck or penguin. It's terrible. Half PPR jelly of the month. Love the name. Half PPR Pacheco or Waddle should be a favorite. I like Waddle. Love his matchup this week, but Cleveland's also given up a rushing touchdown pretty much every game they've played this season to an opposing back. I love Pacheco for an anytime touchdown, so I'm going to lean Pacheco here, especially since it's half PPR and there's more touchdown equity. What's up, guys? Hope you have been doing well. Thank you, No Cap Mac. Good to see you, buddy. How you doing? What's good, No Cap Mac? Pick one in full PPR. Also 2 points per carry. Ooh, Amari Cooper, Devonta Smith, Marvin Harrison Jr., or Tracy. I'm going Amari Cooper. How will James Cook do today? Absolutely spectacular. I have him for 1 to 2 rushing touchdowns. I have him for. We'll take Kels here. I have him for over 100 rushing yards, and I have him for over 2 receptions. His usage is going to be back today, and he's going to be very explosive. Oh no, LOL. Yeah, it's so weird. Do you think Lions versus Bills will be high scoring, or will it be like 49ers Rams? Well, 49ers Rams was outdoors in terrible raining conditions. Anytime we've seen a total over 50 or 55, it's always gone over 57 at Ford Field. We like to call it Coors Field because it's always a fucking track rate. It's crazy there. So yeah, even though the over under is 54.5, I expect it to go well over. This is a potential Super Bowl preview, and I'm here for it. It's absolutely exciting. I love the matchup. Man, Alvin Kamara is in a plus matchup here We'll take CD Lamb. He has great touchdown equity. I don't love the volume he's going to get, so it really is going to be touchdown dependent for CD Lamb. He is the highest ceiling play that's currently available at the wide receiver position, and we don't have any wide receivers. Oh, I'm going to continue to queue up Amari Cooper, DK. We'll invest in Devontae Adams or Garrett Wilson this time around. Zay Flowers can be very productive in a great matchup this week. I do like Mike Evans. I love Adam Thielen. Like, I would love to get Adam Thielen in one of these matchups because he's got one of the best matchups in football. Like, if you guys are debating to start, Adam Thielen or some, like, it's one of the most advantageous matchups in football when it comes to the reception aspect. No team over the last month has given up more receptions to opposing wide receivers. No team over the last 2 weeks has given up more receptions to opposing wide receivers. Over the entire span of the season, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is the 8th most advantageous matchup for opposing wide receivers. You want to start your wide receiver 1, and he's been getting targeted and peppered since coming back, and Bryce Young has been absolutely spectacular, and they're finally favorites. I'm so bullish on Adam Thielen and Chuba this week. I love them both, man. I really do. And that's a game that I do enjoy betting on this week, believe it or not. Alvin Kamara is still available. I got to take him. I got to ride with Alvin Kamara. I mean, he's all they got. I don't love him. If anybody knows me, they know I hate Alvin Kamara just because, like, he does what he's supposed to do on games he's not supposed to do it, and when he's supposed to do it, he doesn't do it. It's really irritating. Okay, I'm gonna play Amari over Tracy. Let's hope he gets the work. I mean, just look at the numbers. If we're talking about which team gives up some of the least production to opposing running backs, it's the Baltimore Ravens. It really is. And if we're talking about which team gives up some of the most points to opposing wide receivers, it's the Detroit Lions. So, I mean, I could be wrong here, but it's your fantasy playoffs, man. I like that it's in the dome too. Nice. All right, let's look at our queue here. We'll take Amari Cooper just to complete the stack. So I'm not going to take Amari Cooper unless I have Josh Allen. I'm not going to do it. And the fact that Josh Allen fell to me in the second round here is beautiful. Saquon, Charbonnet, Kamara, PPR, gold. And I do love Saquon. I like Saquon Barkley's rushing totals. Love it. Love him to find the end zone once or twice this week too. And shout out to Terrell Bush from the Morning After Football show with Rip. Also another great content creator. If you guys are not following Michael Rip, Fix Your Life. He gave this excellent and very insightful statistical analysis. Whenever Jalen Hurts and Sirianni have a team that rushed the ball over 51% of the time, they're 19-1. 19-1. So Saquon's got RB1 upside this week and every other fucking week. And Pittsburgh's given up the most rushing touchdowns over the last month to opposing running backs. And yes, everybody's scared of the steel curtain, but man, they struggle against zone runs. That's their one weakness. They give up a lot of usage against zone run offenses. All right, let's run away from Millie here. Let's go to another tournament. Dear God, don't. The week I won, I had like 6 drafts back to back with B. Kurt. If you guys don't know who B. Kurt is, he's a great friend of the show. He's also a great friend and one of the top fantasy football minds in the business. Absolutely brilliant. He's been a guest here several times, and I ran into him several times. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to the whale, which is an $11 buy-in as opposed to the $3.30 buy-in. I only did one draft in the whale and I won. I won $1,500 USD. For us Canadians, that's like 2,100 Canadian. So it's huge. Thoughts on how T and Nico will do? I think Nico is going to be fine. Nico should always be a star and a great play. T has a decent matchup, but the weather's shit, and I can't be bullish on both Jamar and T Higgins. It's going to be one of them. I'd rather bet on Jamar because I've been betting on Jamar, forever. So Jamar Chase no matter what. Half PPR flex, pick one, Pacheco, BTJ, or Thielen. I do like Pacheco to score a touchdown. BTJ's floor with Mac Jones is 16 fantasy points, and it tends to come in the second half. One of these games, the wheels are going to fall off. And his floor is 16 fantasy points in PPR format. So half PPR, it's even less than that. So I think Thielen's going to get tremendous usage, and I think he finds the end zone. I love Thielen this week. Hooked on a Thielen. Hooked on a Thielen. Bum, ba-dum, bum. I'm high on believing. I have not heard from Sleazeball. Has anybody heard from Sleazeball? Heard. Oh, he just texted me. Heard. I'm live right now till 11. Send YouTube link. And yeah, guys, right after this, we'll be on Sleazeball's fantasy football show. And we'll be rocking out there. Got to open up my Twitter. He's posting on X. Yeah, he just texted me. My bad. I just haven't checked my phone. I'm also like on 20% battery. Live on YouTube. Come ask there, please. So what's everybody's because like this is by far the coldest day I've ever dealt with in this year. It's so fucking frigid here. It's absolutely terrible. All right. Yep. All right, let's catch up with the chat. Let's also see where our drafters is at. All right. Looks like both of them are about to fill. All right. Fucking Willie, man. I can't get away from Willie. He fucking guy, man. Dang. So we got 2 drafts up. We tried to get away from Willie in the whale, and he's there too. God damn, Willie. God damn. That you're better than wide receiver 3. What? He's posting on X, sleeping maybe. Ball. I like that. Pick 1 and 6-point passing TD. Winston, Stroud, Caleb Williams, Richardson. I'm going Stroud. I like that game to be a shootout. Sleece convinced me yesterday. It's been -10 for a couple days up here in Quebec. Man, it's frigid here. I don't know, like with the wind chill, it feels like -20. Like the wind hurts my face. I can't escape you, man. Honestly, I can't. Just let's queue up in different ones, buddy, because the likelihood of us winning one of these, if we continue to draft in the same lobbies, is very minimal because you're such a sharp fantasy mind. Man, biggest regret, not really a regret. Biggest realization is I should not draft the $1,000,003 with the community every single time I live stream in best ball off season because fuck, it looks rough there, but in the minis we're doing absolutely phenomenally. The draft I just pulled, bro: Allen, Saquon, Sharp, Sutton, Cooper, Thielen, Jonnu, Kamara, small splash on drafters. That sounds great. The upside's phenomenal there. I love that you sprinkled in Sutton because Sutton's got an excellent matchup. I love that you sprinkled in Thielen because, like, I don't know. I need to get Thielen. I got to ignore the noise and just invest in Thielen. Who's winning fantasy this week, Disco or Sleaze? I think Sleaze wins this one, honestly. Going to be 71 today, 21 Celsius here in Phoenix. Fuck. Tua. So Trisha Alves over on YouTube says Tua or Kyler Murray. I'm going to. I'm playing the total. Even though Kyler Murray has a phenomenal matchup, I think Tua has to be spectacular to fight for the playoff lives. So Josh Allen gone at the 101. Jamar Chase gone to really 86. We're on the clock in the up. And Derrick Henry here. We're on the clock over here. Derrick Henry. I do like Chase Brown against Tennessee this week, but I'm more invested in Joe Mixon. Sleaze versus Hot Take for first round of playoffs. That's community first. In the Disco Ball Dynasty startup, it's 1 versus 8 right now, and I'm 1. Sleaze is 8. He rallied to make the playoffs similar to what I did over there, and I got him in the first round. And he's got a couple players with some spectacular matchups. He's got Hill. I got Waddle going head to head. I got Jamar Chase and AJ Brown. He's got Tank Dell and somebody else. He's got some good running backs. He's got Pacheco back, who I think is going to be good. I think where he has the advantage is the tight end play and potentially quarterback play. I got to choose between Caleb Williams, who I traded for pennies, or Kirk Cousins. And I'm riding with Caleb Williams just because I can't fucking trust Kirk Cousins no matter how good the matchup is. In the alternate universe on Drafters LOI, keep getting rooms with next Dennis, Levin, who I don't know who those guys are. Is that bad that I don't know who those guys are? All right, we're up in the $3.30. Let's look at wide receivers. We'll take Gary Terry and Trey McBride here. Trey McBride's probably gone. No, he's not gone. Okay. Trey McBride here in the whale. So we're happy with our tight end decision. I got to start sprinkling in some Terry McLaurin. I have him as wide receiver 8 on the week, and I like him a lot. He's got such a good matchup. Jonathan Taylor or Jacoby Myers. I think Jacoby Myers gives you a higher ceiling play. It's just not safe. It's super volatile with the quarterback situation, even though it's one of the best matchups. And Jonathan Taylor kind of doesn't give you like a great floor, but he's very capable with the volume that he gets in his hand to go absolutely nuclear on a weekly basis. If you need the safe play, I'm going Taylor. If you need the points, I'm going Myers. Good luck. Raul Garcia over on X. If you head over on YouTube, brother, I'd really appreciate it. But since I'm streaming on X and you're asking on X, I'll gladly help. Lad, Devonta Smith or Jonnu Smith at flex today? Lad, it's a great matchup. All right, we're next. We'll take Zay Flowers, and we'll go with Jaden Daniels to pair up with Terry McLaurin. And then we're coming up close here. We still have Jaden Daniels available. We got very similar drafts. Thanks. You're very welcome. Who do you like better in full PPR, AJ Brown or London? I love them both. Find a way to get them both in your lineup. Who's your other option? I really do love them both this week. Find a way to get them both in your lineup. I would say London has a safer floor, better like matchup on paper. But I just one of those things. I love AJ Brown this week. Flex play Downs, Amari Cooper, Reed, or Etienne. I'm going Amari Cooper over all those names, but I do think Jaden Reed can bounce back. I just love the matchup. I'm playing the points total. Good luck. Connor Montgomery on X. Good luck. We'll take Daniels here. Look at the wide receiver options. I'd like to invest in Zay Flowers. But we're not. We're going to go for the ceiling play. It's one of those situations where it's all ceiling floor, and I don't care. Jonathan Taylor here, and we'll go Garrett Wilson. I like that one. What the hell? I know I'm on the clock. We'll go Zay Flowers. Hope you guys are having a wonderful morning. We have 169 people viewing us on X. That's absolutely insane. Thank you guys so much for the support. 12 people here on YouTube, guys. If you guys really want to help out any content creators, not just myself, make sure you guys create a YouTube account if you don't have one. It's very easy. It's not very invasive. It really does help us a lot, guys, especially being monetized. And thank you guys for helping me make my content creator dreams come true. After this, we'll be heading over to Sleazeball's YouTube channel. My Mind is a Weapon Fantasy Football. All right, I think we invest in Garrett Wilson here. Let's get a little bit different. Just waiting for this guy to make his pick. Adam Thielen screaming at me. We're not investing in. Oh, he was gone anyways. Garrett Wilson's still there. All right, hooked on a Thielen. Let's go. All right, go back to this, and we'll just chill out a bit. I hear my Discord going crazy, and I bet it's the Drafters Discord. Drafters is going nuts right now. Bayou, he says, hey, y'all, what's up, Bayou? Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're having a great day. Shout out to Bayou Bangle. Great follow on YouTube. Great guy, great person. Got to experience the Hall of Fame with him for the first time this off season, and it was really, really enjoyable at the Fantasy Football Expo. He has a great video on his YouTube channel of us enjoying the Hall. It was great. Sleaze is at the gym. Bayou says, just woke up, saw you were live, and had to show up. God bless you, man. No Cap Max says, what's up, Bayou? What's up, Bayou? Hope you guys are having a great day. Hope everything's awesome. I should make some orange box DFS lineups. Ooh, that's what I'm going to do. We're going to unregister from this, and we're going to change gears. Yes. I honestly did not even remember about. I need to make some more owners box lineups. All right, salary cap. Da-da-dee-da-da-da-da. This is taking forever to fucking load. Oh my god. All right, there we go. NFL Week 15 free roll. Let's go. George with the $4.99 Superman. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Brenda says, good morning, Disco. Standard scoring, David Montgomery or Brian Robinson Jr.? David Montgomery, 100%. 100%. I do like Brian Robinson Jr. for what it's worth, but not as much as David Montgomery. Pretty good day. About to cook my wife some homemade chicken noodle soup because she's sick, and then sit down and finalize my lineups. Yeah, I need to finalize my lineups at some point. I'll probably do that while we're on Sleazeball stream. All right, so we are building a owner's box DFS lineup, and we're going to build a couple of those. If you guys want to sign up on owner's box, make sure you use promo code DISCO to double your initial deposit up to $250. It is a super flex. You get 2 quarterbacks potentially, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, and 2 flexes. So it is a little bit different. This is all salary cap based. So we're just changing gears, trying to, play the DFS game. There are a couple of tertiary plays that I absolutely love this week, but we got to isolate the pay-ups. My strategy in these is find the cheap quarterbacks because they score the most points regardless. Find the cheap quarterbacks with the best matchups. So Bryce Young at $5,200 is a great option. Jake Hayner, I don't love him. I'll be honest. DeVito, I like his matchup. I just hate him. Where the hell's DeVito? 4,800. Yeah, we're doing okay there. All right, tight end. Ferguson is very cheap. I love him this week. Okay, wide receiver. We need to get Adam Thielen. 5,300 bucks. Great. Setting up our pay-ups for our running backs. We're gonna go for who else do I fuck? I had the name right here. I do like Jalen Waddle, so we're gonna get him. It was Amari Cooper. So we got our 3 wide receivers. We now have 6,800 bucks average remaining for everybody else. So that's great. That's huge. Thank you. You're very welcome. George Troyan, after the $5 super, he says, half PPR flex, pick one, Jayden Reed or Jeudy. Thanks. Jerry Jeudy's going to get the volume. Jayden Reed's got the matchup. If you need the points desperately and, you had like a Cooper Kupp situation, I would go Jerry Jeudy. Both of them are very volatile plays. Both of them are very high ceiling plays. But Jayden Reed has better weather game, whereas Jerry Jeudy has a really shitty weather game. Here's the thing. If David Njoku plays, play Jerry Jeudy. If David Njoku doesn't play Jayden Reed. That's my recommendation. Cooper Rush. Not a bad call. But here's the thing. Even though Carolina gives up a lot of fantasy points, they give it up to running backs and tight ends. Not really wide receivers, even though there's touchdown equity there. Not really quarterbacks, even though there's a little bit touchdown equity there. Damn, nice ass value also. Yeah, great value. Do you like Commandos or Cardinals defense this week better? I'm not playing the Cardinals defense against the Patriots. The Patriots offense with Drake May can be very, very electric. I don't think it's a safe game. I think any defense that's going against Jake Haener and Alvin Kamara, and that's it, is a must start. Plus Marshawn Lattimore revenge game narrative. Love the pick 6 aspect there. Half point PPR, Higgins or Evans. I'm going Evans there. Safer floor. All right, so pay up options now at the running back position. Love Saquon. Love Derrick Henry. Hate the game script. Okay, hold on. Jahmyr Gibbs fits our budget more. So we're going to go Jahmyr Gibbs here. Chuba, I have as a top 10 running back. Absolutely love him this week. And we have almost $8,000. So we'll get Saquon here because it's going to be a competitive game script. And we get to pay up somewhere for an extra 700 bucks. So we'll just take off our guy here for a sec. Jalen Waddle. And we'll see if there's a $5,700 wide receiver where I'm like, yes. AJ Brown's still $7,000. Make it make sense. I mean, we would. Fuck. Jerry Jeudy or guys, please decide for me: Jerry Jeudy or Jalen Waddle. Jerry Jeudy fits the budget. He's going to get a lot of usage. If I'm going to win this, I got to stand out with the ceiling, not the floor. All right. And then we'll put this lineup in a couple different tournaments here. And once again, guys, use promo code DISCO to double your initial deposit up to $250 on Owner's Box DFS. They also have like a pick'ems situation there too. So we'll enter the fifth. That's the 50-cent one. Is there a dollar one? Yeah. Jeudy. Okay. Made the right decision. Go back to lobby. All right. So we're going to make like 3 more 50-cent ones. And then shout out to Sleazeball for the 5 gifted memberships. Who'd you gift? He gifted Observe of Life, The Roll, Frickin' Alpha, Astro GFX, and AMG 603. Nice. Thank you, Sleaze. Very, very kind of you guys. Very kind of you, and I know the community really appreciates that, guys. And if you guys are watching us on X, hop on over to YouTube, Big Draft Energy on YouTube, and then let's queue up for another 50-cent one. All right. We always say Jamar Chase no matter what. So we're going to go Jamar Chase no matter what. We're going to go Saquon Barkley. Those are the guys we're going to build our teams off of. So we're going to go for some really, really big tertiary plays. So running backs, it's got to be Chuba. well, I mean, Chuba's got to be in the lineup no matter what, but it's got to be Javonte. Like, we got to stagger Javonte. We got to stagger McLaughlin, and we got to stagger Estime. We're going to build 3 lineups with at least one of them, and we're going to try to get similar players. So this one will go Javonte, and then tight ends. Take off running backs here. Tight ends. It's really expensive for Trey McBride. He's an absolute smash. We need to find a cheap tight end who has a good matchup. Jake Ferguson is cheaper than Isaiah Likely, and Jake Ferguson's a top 5 tight end this week for me. Make it make sense. Okay. So 5,200 is our salary. Quarterback. We love Bryce Young this week, so we're going to go with Bryce Young again. Aaron Rodgers is only $5,300. That is insane. Okay. So let's find another tertiary play at wide receiver. Tank Dell at $5,100 is criminal. Amari Cooper, Jalen Waddle, and we got $200 to spare. Whatever. We're going to submit the lineup. And we're going to use the exact same combination. But instead of Javonte, we're going to go with McLaughlin. And we might pay up for a different quarterback. Jamar, Saquon, running back. We'll go with Jaleel this time because that's what we said we were going to do. We're going to go Rodgers and Young. Tight ends, we're going to go Fergalicious Def. And then the rest are wide receivers. So we got the budget of $5,400. Thielen, Waddle, $5,600 left. Let's look at a flex option that could be good at $5,600. Kelsey. How much is James Cook? Did I pass James Cook already? $6,300. A little rich from my blood. Chuba's $5,900, rightfully so. We'll go with Rico here. I like Rico. All right, and we're going to build one more with Estime, with very similar players that we think are going to smash. And that's just how I play my DFS. All right. So we'll go quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers because he's playing the Jags. Bryce Young because he's – oh, shit. Didn't want James Cook here. We said Jamar Chase and Saquon, no matter what. Tight end, we love Fergalicious. We're going to go with Estime this time. And then wide receiver, we're going to go. Might as well stack Aaron Rodgers at this point. Garrett Wilson's a cheaper stack. So we'll go there. Tank Dell will allow me to go with Adam Thielen. Bada bing, bada boom, made it work. The budget worked. Everything was great there. And that's Orange Box DFS. Make sure you use promo code DISCO to double your initial deposit up to $100, guys. It really is a fun app. And they got this. Let's do a player's pick there. I haven't done a single player's pick here. So we're going to try we're going to try a player's pick here. And we're going to put like $2 on this card. Okay. So let's look at this game. Let's look at rushing yards for the game between Tennessee and Cincinnati. And I'm going to take, Chase Brown more than 67.5. In this game, let's look at receptions. 5 receptions is very rich. Where's receiving yards? Longest reception. There we go. All right. What's the longest reception here for Terry McLaurin? I'm going more than 26.5. Love that. Carolina versus Dallas. I like rushing yards for rushing yards for Rico more than 84.5. Receiving yards. Where's the receiving yards? Right here. Receiving yards for Chuba. I love the more here. It's a great matchup for his receiving yards. Close that. Jacksonville. I'm not touching that game. I'm not touching the Cleveland versus Kansas City game. Not touching New York Giants versus Baltimore. Houston, I love Tank Dell's receiving yards more than. Longest reception, I love. What's his name? Where's Waddle? Waddle more than. That's it. All right, so we're going to put $4, and that will pay out $140. There's a lot of options here for a pick 'em, man. All right, so we got this guy spamming here. Ban user and delete their comments. All right, all games, whatever, you're fucking gone, loser. Okay. You know you made it win. So stupid. Present, share screen. Drafters. All right. So annoying. People are so fucking irritating. Get a life. All right. We answered that, Judy. A little rainy in Florida today, by the way. Okay. Just got to see who's playing where. Because, all right. So Miami's playing in Houston. The Jets are playing in Jacksonville. Okay. And Tampa's playing in LA. So it's only Jacksonville. I'm not really invested in Jacksonville or the New York Jets. And then right after we're done our stream here, guys, we're going to head over to Sleazeball's stream. My Mind is a Weapon Fantasy Football, Sleazeball. It's my co-host. We do Sunday mornings every morning together. This is my first time doing one of these big game day energies before going into Sleazeball's show. So I'm going to be absolutely exhausted come kickoff, but I'm going to take the opportunity to at least work on my lineups. Messages. All right, he sent me a link. And that's at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Sleazeballs Fantasy Football here. Let me find the link on YouTube. YouTube. And then I'll share it in the chat. Here it is. Copy. We'll also like the. All right, guys. So the link right here is to Sleazeball's show at 11. I'll be there. I'm the co-host with the most. Make sure you guys click on that. Smash the like. Sleazeball does great work. Nobody puts up more content than him in the fantasy football industry, and there's nobody I respect more in the fantasy football industry. This guy's been a great, loyal friend to me. And honestly, I can't wait to meet him in person because he's just been spectacular. I'm very proud of, the man he is and getting to know him. Absolutely wonderful person. And I don't say that about a lot of people. Let's be real. I don't. But he's one of those people who I just think the world of. Oh my God, guys, we got a lobby without Willie. Be Willie. I love you, Willie. Just hate drafting against you because you're so fucking sharp. 183 people tuning in on X. Man, I would love to turn that into subscribers here on YouTube. I would love to do that. It would love nothing more, guys. Would love nothing more. It would mean the world if you guys just came over to the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel, smash a subscription for me, smash a subscription for my guy, Sleazeball, who's over here. We're going to be live there in 10 minutes. Head over to YouTube, guys. Click on the link. Smash a like for him. Smash a like here if you guys haven't already. It really does go a long way. And yeah, I appreciate you guys rocking with me this morning. Hot take. Sleaze says, my guy, I love the pregame before show, listening, working out on the way home. Nice, man. Safe travels on the way home. Get home safe. And then we'll rock out. We'll rock out. Appreciate the 5. All right, we're on the clock. Henry here. Ja'Marr Chase is gone. We'll take Amon-Ra St. Brown, and we'll just stagger the matchups that we like. And once again, I love Derrick Henry. He has one of the best matchups in football. The game script is concerning, but I also can't ignore the matchups. I'm going to invest. Now to chug some water. What's that thing called where people do like sound effects in the mic? Like, what's that thing called? Somebody in the chat tell me. You guys are going to hear me gulp now. Okay, this guy is back. Like, how? Like, can I block this user? Block and delete. ASMR, yeah, for sure. ASMR. Like, I blocked and deleted that guy already, and he's just posting more fucking garbage here. Fucking weirdos. All right, we're back on the clock here. Ooh. Jacobs. I like CeeDee Lamb. I like McLaurin more this week. How's my my drinking ASMR there? My throat is so raw right now. I wish I had some lozenges. I need some lozenges. I need some more coffee and some more water. And I need to set my fucking fantasy lineups. And I need to charge my phone. My phone is on 17%. Living on a prayer. Living dangerously here. I like what we're building so far. We've got Derrick Henry, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Josh Jacobs, Terry McLaurin. Let's look at the quarterback situation. We could and should go Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown here. AJ Brown's done. What's up, Sleaze? Let's go. Well, we got Jaden Daniels, wide receiver. We'll take Tyreek Hill. Ooh, this team is nasty. This team is gross. All right, let's see if there's any. Oh, fuck. Tight ends. We're hurting. Sam Laporta, Jonnu Smith, I might like Jake Ferguson more than any of the other names, even though I do like Sam Laporta this week. He just always disappoints in these lineups. Tiebreaker, Sleaze. You like Jake Ferguson, or you like Jonnu Smith, or you like Sam Laporta? Yeah, I think I like him the most. It makes the most sense. I just hate investing in Cooper Rush passing targets. Yeah, I'm invested in Sam Laporta everywhere, but No Cap Max says Laporta. I got to be a Laporta supporter, I guess, right? We got 192 people viewing us on X. Guys, head over to the Big Draft Energy YouTube channel, smash us a like, and then click on this link because that's where we're going to be live in 6 minutes with Sleazeball. My mind is a weapon, fantasy football. We will take a moment to which one? Yeah, well, I wanted to sneak in AJ Brown and Jalen Jalen Hurts because Jalen Hurts was still available, but AJ Brown went a lot earlier this time around than he usually does. All right. Be a Laporta Supporta. Flex. Okay. Running back. James Cook's still available. I got to invest. I got to stand on business, right? And I got to invest in that total. So Sam Laporta, this is a good team. This is a good team. It's got a lot of potential. We've built a couple nasty lineups, but every draft we got into, shout out to our guy B Willie Style. He sniped us, and we love Willie 86, but we try to get into these lobbies where we're solo dolo and not drafting with the sharks, and he's as much of a shark as humanly possible. Guys, my fantasy football degenerates, disco balls, I love you guys to pieces. Thank you so much for your support from the bottom of my heart. This big game day energy morning was a great success. We had a lot of people tune in. We answered a lot of questions. Hopefully, we answered them with a lot of positivity and research, and hopefully it pays off for you guys. Honestly, there's nothing I'd like more than to get you guys with positive feedback and saying, this advice helped me out. And I know I've given bad advice. I've also given good advice, but I always try to give you guys the best advice. And I spend a lot of hours researching this. So if it's wrong advice, fantasy football sometimes, like nobody in their mom anticipated that Cooper Kupp would put up a complete dud and zero, but it does happen. It does happen. So hopefully we help you guys win. And if we help you guys lose, I apologize sincerely from the bottom of my heart. But it wasn't with ill intentions or anything like that. But I'm going to let you guys go now. We're going to head over to Sleazeball Stream. It starts in 4 minutes. I'm going to make a coffee, another iced water, and set my fantasy football lineup. So hopefully I could get all that done before his stream starts. But guys, make sure you guys smash my guy a sub. He's one of the best in the industry, and nobody I respect more, honestly. From the bottom of my heart to all 201 viewers, both on X and YouTube, thank you. God bless you and good luck this week. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.